It's part of a new security conversation we see playing out. Post 9/11, you sort of knew where the Republicans were going to be on these issues. It was a more muscular foreign policy. The Dick Cheney wing of the party, the neocons, some people call them. Marco Rubio clearly has put his feet in that camp. Ted Cruz goes back and forth on some of these issues. Lindsey Graham is in that camp. George Pataki on this program yesterday, former governor of New York, we think of him as a moderate to a more liberal Republican. George Pataki saying, look at the ISIS threat, look at the ISIS gains. Maybe the President of the United States, the next commander-in-chief, if this one won't do it, should think about ground troops.
I don't want to see us put in 1 million soldiers, spend 10 years, $1 trillion, trying to create a democracy where one hasn't existed. But send in troops, destroy their training centers, destroy their recruitment centers, destroy the area where they are looking to plan to attack us here, and then get out and leave a little note behind. You come back, so will we.
Again, a fascinating, interesting, and important substantive divide between and among the Republican candidates.
Right. I think this is really important because if you are electing a commander-in-chief, and voters do deserve to hear where people stand on this issue of their line for sending troops in. But it is really highlighting sort of the disarray in the Republican Party right now to hear some of these people, someone a moderate like George Pataki, come out and say we need to send troops on the ground there. I think one of the interesting things is if you look at the polling right now, Americans are pretty evenly split about whether they want to put boots on the ground to fight ISIS. That's not necessarily true of Republicans, though. There's a lot more support among Republicans to put troops on the ground in this battle.
Governor Pataki has said, do it. Lindsey Graham has said, do it, or at least be leaned forward toward doing it. Santorum and Rick Perry also saying likely to have to do it. Some of the others have tried to say, well, I don't want to rule it out, but let's wait.
Yeah, the politics has really shifted on this just in the last week. It's now okay in the Republican Party to say that the Iraq War invasion was a mistake. I think there's something bigger going on here. I think Americans are realizing that we have to have a real debate about what we're going to do. Are we really going to put troops back in and ask more of such a small percentage of us? Right. If we really are going to double down in Iraq, if we really are going to double down in the Middle East, and really going to have another ground war, do we need to look at something like a draft? Right. I mean, we really are. We're over-deploying these men and women 6, 7, 8 times over there. They're coming back physically and mentally incapacitated. It's incredible what they've done. Do we keep asking them to go back, or do we have to ask more out of all of us?
And it's interesting.
And I think that's where the debate needs to shift.
It's interesting you point that out because Jeb Bush was actually in Iowa and he was doing this private fundraiser where you could hear it, and he was asked during this fundraiser, should we consider reinstating a draft? And at that point he said no, but it's interesting to see that this is something people are actually asking about. This is something people are thinking about out in places like Iowa.
It's easy to call for ground troops when we don't have any skin in the game, when only a few, very small percentages have skin in the game.
Whether you supported or opposed Iraq, whether you support or oppose Afghanistan, think about the legacy issues, traumatic brain injuries, the multiple deployments, the strain on the families. If you're going to think about doing it again, think about everything, not just the issue in front of you, the generational challenge.